Hello everybody, today I'm very excited to take a look at Cooler Master's new MasterCase Pro 6 mid-tower case. I've wanted to review this one for quite some time now and got it in my studio for a while in fact, but I didn't get to it yet. But today I'm finally checking it out, a case by Cooler Master that may as well be my personal favorite. Right off the bat I have to say though, it is not your average mid-tower. This one has amazing modularity to offer, possibly not only making this great for users that simply like to have all kinds of options, but also for modders. Currently the MasterCase Pro 6 comes in at a price of $170 and can be purchased with either blue or red LEDs. Also there's currently a smaller mini ITX micro ATX version in development, the MasterCase Pro 4, for those of you that prefer smaller cases. With that said, huge thanks to Cooler Master for kindly sending this case over to me. Unlike many other case packagings, Cooler Master should win a medal for creativity with this one. The whole case inside the main packaging is put into this huge grey shopping bag, a good quality one by the way. Inside of it, the extremely well protected case. Included of course the user manual and an accessory box with all needed screws, standoffs, cable ties, velcro straps and some other neat accessories. And man, in terms of neatness, Cooler Master is taking things to a whole new level here. The MasterCase Pro 6 measures in at 23.5 by 54.8 by 54.4 centimeters. Mid-tower case type, supported motherboard form factors ATX, micro ATX and mini ITX. 5 3.5/2.5-inch HDD trays, as well as 2 separate 2.5-inch SSD mounting points, 2 5.25-inch drive bays, 7 expansion slots, bottom-mounted ATX power supply, pre-installed in the front, 2 140mm 1200 RPM fans, as well as a blue or red 140mm 1000 RPM fan on the rear. Fan support at the top up to 2 120 or 140mm fans. In the front up to 3 120 or 140mm fans. And on the rear a single 120 or 140mm fan. Radiator support in the front up to a 240 or 280mm radiator. At the top also up to a 240 or 280mm radiator with the max radiator length of 297mm though. And finally on the rear a 120 or 140mm radiator. 19cm max CPU cooler height, 29.6cm max graphics card length, 41.2cm with the 3.5-inch HDD cage removed, and 20cm max power supply length. Net weight 11.74 kilograms, I/O panel, 2 USB 3.0 ports along with audio out and mic in jacks. What is there to say about the MasterCase Pro 6 aesthetically? Well, it certainly is a very sleek, elegant design, something I welcome with open arms. Even though I'm more into tempered glass cases, now that that's finally a thing, I must admit I find this specific look Cooler Master went for extremely appealing. I think if Cooler Master in fact would develop a case out of glass someday, they would have the potential to nail it design-wise. Still, this case here today is kept somewhat more traditional when it comes to materials, a strong steel body with plastic panels, along with an acrylic side panel window. What stands out here, however, is the fact that everything's super modular. Cooler Master's so-called freeform modular system technology comes into play here, which apparently allows users to easily upgrade or customize individual case parts. Besides, thin air vents on 4 corners can be found. The front and top panels easily pop up like that, which allows for a bit more ventilation if you need it. The rear panel hiding the side panel thumb screws is removable, and so is the top panel. Both are kept in place by magnets and come off super easily. The front panel unlatches like that to allow for discs and DVD drives to be ejected, but of course the removal couldn't be any easier, kept in place by magnets too. At the very top, well-disguised tidy I/O, power reset buttons, and an HDD LED. As for dust filters, there are removable ones at the front behind the mesh and a big one at the bottom for the PSU. At the top we aren't getting any filter, it might as well not be needed with a close design like that. This case features a PSU cover, or more of a compartment I should say, and what I noticed is that the acrylic side panel window has that separate removable tinted part to hide the power supply and cables down there, while still allowing the side panel window to be fairly big. A clever solution. Both of the SSD brackets can either stay where they are, or can also be mounted behind the motherboard tray. Also, the HDD cage can easily be removed or repositioned. So much flexibility here for all kinds of setups. Same for the bottom HDD HDD cage. It's completely removable and can be repositioned a bit. All that affixed by thumb screws that don't fall out once unscrewed. Very nice. The installation of 3.5-inch drives is completely toolless, and same goes for 5.25-inch drives. Then a perfectly large CPU cutout hole with many holes in the right spots, even down here with rubber grommets to tidy things up a bit more. Behind the motherboard tray there's a whopping 2.5 to 3.5 centimeters of clearance for cable management. A very welcome addition, Velcro straps. Worth noting is that the top bracket where you'd mount fans or radiators onto is modular, which can make the installation a lot more convenient. The power supply sits on these elevated and padded rails, and in fact the whole case is elevated by quite a bit. 4 nice rubber case feet, of course. When it comes to actual installation of hardware into this case, I absolutely love it. In fact, I can't even remember the last case I've ever worked with that was so well thought out. Maybe there wasn't any yet. At a price of $170, you would expect quality, and that's definitely what you're getting with the MasterCase Pro 6. Everything feels extremely well made and, most importantly, well thought out. With such good modularity, you can simply do so many things with this case. The aesthetics are a matter of preference, of course, but I like it a lot. Very elegant indeed, without the use of any glossy plastic panels. The only drawbacks I noticed at a price of $170, no support for 360mm radiators and not that much of I/O, mainly USB 2.0. But other than that, the MasterCase Pro 6 ranks up high and is my favorite Cooler Master case to date. So no wonder I can definitely recommend this Cooler Master MasterCase Pro 6. Despite the lack of 360mm radiator mounting points, I just feel like this case deserves my gold award nonetheless. Thanks a lot for watching and see you in the next one.